Oh mga bata, nariyan na pala kayo. Tara, mag-aral na ulit tayo ng General Mathematics. Sa araw na to, ating pag-aaralan ang evaluation of function. Ano ba yung tinatawag natin na evaluation of function? So bago yan, alamin muna natin ang mga dapat nating pag-aralan sa araw na to. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to number 1, represent function using function notation. Number 2, evaluate function. And then number 3, you are going to show appreciations on the use of evaluating function in relation to real-life situation. So bago tayo magpatuloy, alamin muna natin ano ba yung mga dapat nating tandaan tungkol sa evaluation of function. So ano ba yung tinatawag nating function notation? Function notation is the way a function is written. This indicates that an equation is a function. So pagkaroon sinabi natin na function notation, ito yung paraan kung paano isulat yung tinatawag natin na function. So, sa pamamagitan ng function notation, masasabi rin natin na yung isang equation is a function. Sabi dito, the notation f of x is the most commonly used function notation. This is read as f of x and not f times x. The variable x inside the parenthesis denotes that x is the input. The variable x is also known as the independent variable. So yun daw, notation na f of x, ito yung pinakamadali nating gamitin para masabi natin na yung isang equation is function notation. So, basta nakakita tayo ng mga gano'n na f of x, so masasabi natin na siya ay naka-form na into function notation. So, yung f parenthesis x, ang basa doon is f of x. Hindi siya tinatawag na f times x. So, kasi nasasanay tayo pagka nakakita tayo ng parenthesis, usually times siya. So, hindi siya ganun basahin. Dapat pagka binasa siya, f of x. So, yung x naman inside the parenthesis, ito yung tinatawag natin input. So, di ba pagka sinabing input, inilalagay. So, ibig sabihin, siya yung binibigyan natin ng value. And then, sabi dito, the variable x is also known as the independent variable. Ibig sabihin, kaya nga natin siya binibigyan ng value kasi independent variable siya. So, kahit anong value ang ibigay natin sa kanya, pwede kasi nga, independent siya. Kaya niyang tumayo sa sarili niya. So, sabi dito, function can also be written in different ways. So, using other variables such as h of x, k of s, and p of a. So, kahit anong letter yung gamitin natin, pwede siyang gamitin para masabi natin na siya ay function. Okay? Tutuloy tayo. So, transforming into function notation. Paano ba tayo magta-transform ng isang equation into function notation? So, example number 1. Sabi dito, write the equation m is equals to 3x plus 1 in a function notation. So, mapapansin mo dito, m is equals to. So, dapat ang So, sabi dito, m is equals to 3x plus 1. So, mapapansin natin dito, yung x, yung magiging independent variable natin. Bakit? Siya kasi yung ating variable na pwedeng lagyan, inputan ng kahit anong value para makuha natin yung magiging value ng m. Okay? So dahil siya yung ating independent variable, so siya yung dapat ilalagay natin doon sa parenthesis. So ang mangyayari, magiging m of x is equal to 3x plus 1. So mapapansin natin, there is only a slight difference in the function notation as compared to the original equation. So konti lang yung pagkakaiba. From m is equal to 3x plus 1, naging m of x is equal to 3x plus 1. Okay? Sunod, example number 2. Write the equation r is equal to 2m squared minus 4 times m plus 1 in function notation. Okay, so mapapansin natin ano ba yung ating independent variable dito. Yung kahit na anong number ang ilagay natin, pwede. So we have the m. Siya yung ating magiging independent variable. So let m be the independent variable. So kailangan nating magkaroon ng kahit anong value na ilagay kay m para makuha natin yung magiging value ni r. Now, so dahil m yung ating independent variable, siya yung ilalagay natin inside the parenthesis. So ang mangyayari, we have r of m is equal to 2m squared minus 4 times the quantity of m plus 1. Nakuha? Kasunod, example number 3. Rewrite the equation 5a plus 7b squared is equal to 2b minus 3 using a function notation. Isipin nyo muna kung paano gagawin dyan. Naisip nyo na ba kung paano gagawin? Okay, so sagutan natin. So mapapansin mo binomials yung bawat side ng ating equation. So meron tayong variable a, meron din tayong variable b. So unang gagawin natin is i-isolate natin yung one of the variables in one side of the equation. So magtitira lang tayo, ikukulong lang natin yung isang variable doon sa isang side ng equation. So mapapansin mo dyan is 5a plus 7b squared is equal to 2b minus 3. So yun yung ating equation. So pwede nating pagsamahin yung dalawang may variable na b doon sa kabila. Isama na rin natin yung minus 3. So matitira na lang doon sa kaliwa is yung 5a. Okay? So ang mangyayari dyan is itatranspose natin si plus b squared papunta sa kanan. So magiging minus 7b squared na siya. So ganito mangyayari. So magiging 5a is equal to negative 7b squared plus 2b minus 3. So sa 7b squared, naging negative na siya kasi nilipat natin siya sa kabila ng equals. Okay, next, anong gagawin natin? So na-isolate na natin si 5a. So ang kailangan lang natin is isang variable lang yung naandoon or literal coefficient doon sa isang side. Meron pa rin siya numerical coefficient. So now, yung numerical coefficient tatanggalin natin. So we are going to divide the entire equation by the numerical coefficient of a. So para makancel natin yung 5 doon sa 5a, ita-divide natin siya by 5 lahat. So ganito yung mangyayari. We have 5 over 5a is equal to negative 7 over 5 b squared plus 2 over 5b minus 3 over 5. So, dinivide lang natin siya lahat sa 5. Next. So, we are going to simplify. So, yung 5 over 5, pwede na natin siyang tanggalin kasi equals na siya sa 1. So, ang mangyayari, we have a is equals to negative 7 over 5 b squared plus 2 over 5 b minus 3 over 5. So, now, so yan, isa na lang yung ating letter na lang. I mean, numerical coefficient na lang yung nasa left side natin. And then, we are going to change the function into function notation. So, ano ba yung ating independent variable dito? So, ang ating independent variable is b. So, ang mangyayari dyan is ilalagay natin si b inside the parentheses. We have a of b is equals to negative 7 over 5b squared plus 2 over 5b minus 3 over 5. Nakuha? Oh. Di pa tayo tapos. We have to continue. So now, proceed na tayo to evaluating function. So this time, i-evaluate na natin yung function. Ano pa yung mga procedure para mag-evaluate ng function? So, in evaluating function, so, to evaluate a given function is the same as finding the value of the function given the value of the variable x. This can be done by substituting the given value to the function. Simple lang. So, pagkasabi natin evaluating function, halimbawa, nakalagay sa direction, evaluate the function. So, ang gagawin lang natin is kukuhanin lang natin yung value ng ating function. So, usually ito yung nakikita natin na find the value of x. Ayan, laging hanapin natin yung value ng x. Galit na kayo lagi. Bakit kailangan hanapin pa si x? So, that is the evaluating function. So, isa-substitute lang natin So, gagawin lang natin laging ay, baliktad pala. So, ang gagawin pala natin dito is bibigyan natin ng value ngayon si x. Substitute natin yung value ni x para makuha natin yung value ng mismong function. So, magsa-substitute lang tayo. Substitution. Okay, example number 1. So, using a linear function. Ano ba pagkasnabi natin linear function? Bigay tayo ng example. Evaluate the function h of x is equals to 4x minus 3 at x is equals to 2 over 3. Okay, so this is a linear function. Now, ano ba pagkasnabi natin linear function? So, tandaan natin when we said linear function, this is the function of degree 1. So, degree 1, ibig sabihin first degree function. So, paano ba natin malalaman kung pang ilang degree ba siya? So, tingnan lang natin lahat yung mga exponent ng ating function. So, mapapansin mo dyan, we have 4x minus 3. So, yung x, ang ating exponent niyan is 1. Understood na siya na may 1 kasi hindi na natin pinakikita. Understood na siya, nandyan siya. 1. Then, minus 3. Yung minus 3 naman, ang ating degree nun is 0. So, usually siya ay naka 3x raised to 0. So, dahil x raised to 0 is 1, hindi natin siya pinapakita. Now, so that is why kung bakit naging degree 1 siya. First degree function. Kasi yung pinakamataas na exponent is equals to 1. So, now, to evaluate linear function, simply replace the input variable with the given value. So, ano ba yung ating given value? So, we have 2 over 3. So, i-replace lang natin siya doon sa ating variable. So, ano yung mangyayari? So, this is our given equation. We have h of x is equals to 4x minus 3. And then, susunod natin dyan is i-substitute natin yung ating given value ng ating independent variable. So, ang given value natin is 2 over 3. So, magiging h of 2 over 3 is equals to 4 times 2 over 3 minus 3. And then, sunod, we are going to simplify. So, yung 4 times 2 over 3, i-multiply lang natin. Direct multiplication lang. So, yung 4 is understood over 1. And then, mangyayari dyan is h of 2 over 3 is equals to 8 over 3 minus 3. Next. So, we are going to make the fraction similar. So, makapansin mo na doon sa ating step number 3, we have 8 over 3 minus 3. So, magkaiba sila ng denominator. So, gagawin lang natin, magiging both 3 yung kanilang denominator. So, magiging 8 over 3 minus 9 over 3. Saan ang galing yung 9 over 3? So, tinames lang natin siya sa 3. And then, understood siya na, so yung negative 3 natin, tinames lang natin siya sa 3. And then, dahil ginagawa natin siya na common denominator, so we have over 3. So, naging 9 over 3. Step number 5. So, we are going to simplify. So, dahil common denominator na sila, so, pwede na natin siyang direct na i-subtract. So, we have yung 8, i-minus na natin siya to 9. So, dahil mas mataas yung sumunod na number, so, magiging negative yung ating final answer. We have h of 2 over 3 is equals to negative 1 over 3. Okay, next example. We have the quadratic function. So, this is a problem. Given the function f of x is equals to x squared plus 4x plus 4, then we are going to find f of 2. Okay, so this equation is a quadratic function. So, paano ba natin malalaman na ang isang equation o ang isang function is a quadratic function? So, pagka sinabi natin quadratic function, this is a function in which the highest exponent is equals to 2. So, hanapin natin yung lahat ng exponent doon sa ating equation. So, pag nakita mo na yung pinakamataas na exponent doon is 2, that is a quadratic function. Now, how to evaluate a quadratic function? So, just simply replace lang din the input variable with the given value, then simplify. Remember to observe the order of operation. Okay, so step 1 tayo. Laging ilagay lang natin ano ba yung given natin. So, we have f of x equals to x squared plus 4x plus 4. So, now, ano yung ating value ng independent variable? So, we have the 2. So, f of 2 is equals to 2 squared. So, yung x ginawa natin 2 plus 4 times 2 plus 4. So, naptitchat lang natin. Lahat ng x, ginawa natin siyang 2. Step 3. Simplify natin. So, f of 2 equals to yung 2 squared, naging 4 na siya. And then, plus, yung 4 times 2, naging 8. And then, plus 4. Step number 4, simplify natin. So, dahil addition lang naman siya, we have 4 plus 8 plus 4, that is equals to 16. So, our final answer is f of 2 is equals to 16. Okay, next. Kaya nyo na yan. So, we have example number 3. This is a polynomial of degree n. Degree n, ibig sabihin, hindi natin alam o pwede ng kahit anong degree yung lalabas dyan. Depende kung ano yung pinaka mataas na exponent. So, this is the given. We have given the function f of x is equal to 3x to the 5th power minus 2x raised to the 4th power plus 7x to the 3rd power minus 3x squared plus x minus 8 at x is equals to negative 1. Okay, so mapapansin natin doon sa ating given equation or given function, yung polynomials natin, ang pinakamataas na degree dyan is 5. Yung pinakamataas na exponent is 5. So, that is the 5th degree polynomial function or degree 5 polynomial function. Now, we have to follow some process above in evaluating them. So, step 1. So, lagay lang natin yung given. We have f of x is equals to 3x to the 5th power minus 2x to the 4th power plus 7x to the 3rd power minus 3x squared plus x minus 8. Step 2. So, dahil yung ating given value na isa-substitute natin doon sa ating independent variable na x is negative 1. So, sabi dito, doon sa given, at x is equal to negative 1. Ibig sabihin, yung negative 1 yung ating input. Siya yung ilalagay natin doon sa lahat ng x variable. So, mangyayari, step number 2, substitute lang natin. We have f of negative 1 is equal to 3 times negative 1 to the 5th power minus 2 times negative 1 to the 4th power plus 7 times negative 1 to the 3rd power plus minus 3 times negative 1 to the 2nd power at plus negative 1 minus 8. So, sunod, simplify natin. So, we have f of negative 1 is equals to, so negative 1 to the 5th power, dahil siya ay naka-exponent siya sa isang odd number, so that is negative 1 pa din. So, negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1, so that is negative 1. So, we have minus 2 times yung negative 1 to the 4th power, 4 na beses mo siyang ita-times sa sarili niya, so magiging positive 1 na siya. So, plus 7 times yung negative 1 to the 3rd power, odd number na naman yung ating exponent, so 3 beses i-multiply sa sarili niya, so that is negative 1 pa din. Minus 3 times negative 1 squared, so that is even number, 2 beses sa times sa sarili niya, that is magiging positive 1. Minus 1, kasi yung plus times negative 1, so we have negative 1 and then minus 8. Sunod. Step number 4, simplify natin, multiply natin lahat ng mga naka-parenthesis. So, that is 3 times negative 1, we have negative 3. Negative 2 times positive 1, we have negative 2. And then, 7 times negative 1 is negative 7. And then, 3, negative 3 times 1, we have negative 3. And then, minus 1, minus 8. So, mapapansin natin lahat ng ating symbols, sign na nakalagay dyan is puro minus or negative. So, ang gagawin lang natin, simplify ulit natin. So, add lang natin siya and then copy the common sign. So, we have negative 3 minus negative 2, negative 3 minus 2 minus 7 minus 3 minus 1 minus 8 is equals to negative 24. So, our final answer is f of x is f of negative 1 is equals to negative 24. Okay. Next. So, meron pa tayong ibang klase ng function na pwedeng gamitin. So, we have other types of function. We have another is a radical function. So, when we said radical, so ito yung mga naka-square root, naka-cube root, laging may root. Okay? So, example, let us evaluate the function g of s is equals to square root of 16 minus s squared at s is equals to negative 4. Okay, in evaluating radical function, remember that when the index is an even number, the radical must be positive. Okay. So, solve natin. So, first step is ilagay lang natin yung ating given. We have g of s is equals to square root of 16 minus x squared. So, step 2, i-input na natin yung ating value ng ating independent variable. So, that is s is equals to negative 4. So, lahat lang ng s, substitute natin sa negative 4. So, step 2, we have g of negative 4 is equals to square root of 16 minus negative 4 squared. And then, simplify natin, we have g of negative 4 is equals to square root of negative 16 minus negative 16. Okay, so negative 16 minus negative 16 is equals to 0. So, simplify natin yon. We have g of negative 4 is equals to the square root of 0. And then, the square root of 0 is equals to 0. So, our final answer is g of negative 4 is equals to 0. Another, last one. So, we have the rational function. So, kapag sinabi natin rational function, ito yung naka-over, naka-ratio. So, ibig sabihin, meron siyang numerator, meron siyang denominator. Yung ating numerator is a function, and then yung ating denominator is also function. So, example. So, evaluate the function f of x is equals to 2x plus 5 over x plus 3 at x is equals to 1. So, to evaluate rational function, remember that the denominator must not be equal to 0. So, pagka tayo ay nagsosolve ng rational function, kailangan yung ating denominator yung nasa baba natin, nasa ilalim na function, kailangan hindi siya magiging equal to 0. Bakit? Kapag nag-equal to 0 siya, ang ating buong equation ay magiging undefined. So, ibig sabihin, hindi natin alam kung yung ating function is 0, hindi natin alam kung siya ay anong magiging value niya, kung positive ba siya or negative. So, that is undefined. Wala siyang, hindi natin ma-define kung ano yung magiging value ng ating function. So, kailangan hindi siya magiging equal to 0. So, mapapansin natin, yung ating given f of x is equal to 2x plus 5 over x plus 3. Ito yung given natin. So, paano ba siya magiging undefined? Kapag yung x, tingnan niyo yung ilalim. We have x plus 3. Kapag siya ay nilagyan natin ng negative 3, magiging negative 3 plus 3. So, negative 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. So, pagka negative 3 ang sinubstitute natin sa ating x, magiging undefined na siya. So, hindi siya pwede. Di ba? Yan yung pinakaiiwasan natin. So, since ang binigay naman na value sa ating independent variable na x is 1. So, it's a given. So, then, step number 2, substitute lang natin yung ating value ng x. So, we have f of negative 1, f of 1 is equal to 2 times 1 plus 5 all over 1 plus 3. So, then, simplify natin. So, we have f of 1 is equal to 2 plus 5 over 4. Again, simplify ulit natin. We have f of 1 is equal to 7 over 4. So, pwede natin siya ipakita as 7 over 4, fraction, or pwede rin natin siyang i-divide pa din. So, magiging 1 over 1.75. So, either fraction or decimal numbers, pwede siya maging final answer. Okay? So, now, tapos na tayo. Thank you for listening. Have a good day. This is Sir MELC. Bye-bye!